Yeah, I mean, Luka's making a defensive effort. Okay, I was
Yeah.
impressed. Yeah, obviously, the elephant in the room is that they have a better record without LeBron James and with him. And to me, this is a view of what the Lakers are going to look like going forward. Whether LeBron James retires or goes into free agency, I don't expect him to be a Laker next season. Evaluate the team and kind of see what Luka and AR need for the future.
Luka Doncic just dropped 51 points, 10 boards, and 9 dimes as the Lakers crushed the Bulls 142-130. But hold on, we're not even talking about that yet. We gotta rewind first. A few days back, the Lakers are at home facing the Minnesota Timberwolves, a team that was supposed to come in and show everyone how weak the Lakers really are. Instead, the Lakers didn't just win, they took Minnesota apart piece by piece.
He can heat up in a hurry. He's now 1 for 10 from downtown. Doncic, nifty finish.
120-106. Luka drops a 31-point triple-double. Austin Reeves goes off for 31 of his own, 29 of those coming in the second half alone. It wasn't even close. And the whole time, LeBron James is sitting on the bench, in street clothes. Now look, that's not a shot at LeBron. The man is one of the greatest to ever do it. That's not even a debate. But the Lakers just went through 3 straight games without him. And in that stretch, they beat Minnesota. They held the Knicks to just 97 points. All of a sudden, the Lakers are playing their best basketball of the season without LeBron on the floor. And if you've been watching this season, you already know what that means. Because the truth is painfully obvious. The Lakers have found their identity. Today, we're going through all of it. The stats, the lineup data, the defensive numbers. We're breaking down what Luka and Reeves are actually building together and why it matters way beyond just this season. We're getting into the uncomfortable conversation nobody in LA wants to say out loud, but deep down, everybody already knows needs to happen, including what a realistic path forward looks like and what this franchise could actually become if the front office is honest with itself heading into 26-27. Stick around, because these numbers, they're genuinely wild. Before we even touch the chemistry stuff, before we talk about Reeves and why the two-man game with Luka is working, we need to set the baseline, because the win-loss record without LeBron this season is not something you can explain away with small sample size or easy scheduling. The gap is too big, too consistent. The Lakers are 26-18 with LeBron. Decent team, maybe a 5 or 6 seed in the West if things break right. But without LeBron, they're 14-7. And it's not just a record. The advanced numbers are where it gets really uncomfortable. When Luka, LeBron, and Reeves all share the floor, the 3 players this whole organization is built around, the Lakers post a net rating of -9.8. 3 stars on the court at the same time, and the team is getting blown out. That's not a one-night thing. That shows up consistently all season long. Now flip it. Luka and Reeves together without LeBron? Net rating of +19.3. That's one of the best two-man unit numbers in the entire league. The same 2 guys who were part of that broken trio become one of the most dominant backcourt combinations in basketball the second LeBron steps off the floor.
Play a little basketball.
We do this. Conley the bump. Doncic hits, foul called. He's got 14 in the first quarter.
And the record when Luka and Reeves run the show without James? 10 wins, 2 losses. So why does everything break down when LeBron steps on the court? It comes down to spacing, timing, and clarity. Who's got the ball, why they got it, and what's coming next before the defense even blinks. When LeBron and Luka are both out there, you've got 2 guys who play their best ball when everything runs through them. Not a knock on either one, that's just who they are as players. Hall of Famer Paul Pierce stepped up and said their styles are just too similar. And as tough as that sounds, he's spot on. This isn't about talent, it's about fit. 2 ball-dominant players, 1 ball, and the whole offense twisting itself trying to keep both of them happy instead of just moving naturally. The second LeBron hits the bench, there's 1 guy running the show. The decisions get easier, the tempo jumps up, and Austin Reeves finally gets the chance to show the world what he's made of instead of hanging around the perimeter waiting for something to open up. We'll break down exactly what Reeves is doing in a moment, and trust me, the numbers will catch you off guard. But first, we need to talk about the defensive turnaround, because honestly, this is the piece of the story that most people are flat out missing. Heading into March, the Lakers sat 22nd in defensive rating, bleeding 115.3 points per game. That is not a team you want in the playoffs. That's a team that gets torn apart the moment a real offense shows up. And the reason wasn't hard to figure out. When three guys with defensive weaknesses are all sharing the floor in big minutes together, you're covering for all three at once, and eventually you just run out of cover. LeBron at 41 is still incredible by any measure, but his quickness on defense isn't what it once was, and opposing teams are well aware. They attack him in pick and roll, they send their sharpest guards straight his way, and Luka was never built to be a lockdown defender. When both of them are sharing the floor, Reeves is being asked to clean up after two defensive weak spots simultaneously. Nobody in this league can carry that load. But the moment LeBron goes to the bench, the Lakers slide Marcus Smart into the 3 spot and bring Rui Hachimura into the starting lineup. Suddenly, you've got real on-ball defenders on both wings, and the whole defensive system gets a new life. Over the 3-game winning streak without LeBron, the Lakers kept their opponents to just 106.7 points per night. They kept the Knicks, a genuinely dangerous offensive team, down to 97. They held Anthony Edwards to 2 of 15 from the field. And the defensive rating with Luka and Reeves running things without LeBron? 111. That's top 10 in the whole league. That's a team playing with a defensive edge it simply cannot find when LeBron is in the mix. Now here's where most of the coverage is dropping the ball. People keep talking about Austin Reeves' numbers without LeBron like it's just a lucky stretch, like the matchups were easy or the games don't count yet. I'm here to tell you that's wrong. What we're seeing is a guy finally being used the right way and delivering in a manner that makes you completely rethink what this team's ceiling actually is. Without LeBron in the lineup this season, Reeves is putting up 28.4 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 7.8 assists per game, over 16 games. That kind of output sustained over that stretch makes him a genuine all-star on most teams in this league. And Luka over that same stretch? 35.1 points, 9.3 rebounds, and 8.4 assists. Two guys in the same backcourt, both going at a level where either one would walk into a starting role as the top option on almost any other NBA squad. And the reason it clicks is honestly pretty straightforward when you pull up the tape. Reeves is one of the sharpest off-ball players in the entire league. He's deadly coming around screens. He processes the defense in a flash. He hits the right pass. He finishes through contact. He doesn't need the rock to hurt you, but when it finds him, he can absolutely make something happen. That's exactly what you want running alongside a ball-dominant superstar. He lifts Luka up instead of pulling against him, same way Kyrie did it in Dallas, and Luka knows it. After the Knicks game, Doncic said Reeves makes everything easier because he pulls so much attention and creates space for everyone else. That's Luka straight up telling you Reeves is making him a better player. The two-man game these two are cooking up is starting to look less like improvisation and more like a real system. Luka pushes it up, pulls two defenders, and kicks it to Reeves ghosting off a drag screen or settling into the mid-post. Reeves either buries the open look or finds the free man or a slashing Luka. When defenses try to cut off that pass and take Reeves away, Luka calmly steps into an open three. There's no winning answer for the defense when both options are that lethal. It's load and release, the same thing that's made the greatest backcourt duos work throughout NBA history. And what makes this genuinely thrilling is that we haven't even seen the best of what these two can build together. They haven't had a real extended run as a duo. The repetitions just aren't there yet. The chemistry is still growing, and the ceiling on this partnership, given time and the right pieces around them, is honestly impossible to cap. And that leads us to the real conversation everyone needs to be having, because the Lakers with this roster aren't winning a championship. Luka and Reeves are a starting point, not the finished picture. So what does the road forward actually look like? And is there any path where this works with LeBron still in the building? Here's the real talk. The Luka Reeves combination didn't happen because LeBron got hurt. LeBron sitting out just gave everyone enough games to finally see what was already sitting right there. The kind of duo where you check the numbers, you study the film, and you stop debating if it works and start talking about what it needs around it to turn it to something truly great. But getting there means having some conversations nobody really wants to have. This isn't about disrespecting LeBron James or brushing aside what he still brings. The man is 41 years old and still putting up real numbers on a winning team. That's incredible. But incredible for a 41-year-old and fits on a championship-level team, those are two completely different things. And the Lakers are at a point right now where they have to separate those two ideas. Because the second you've got Luka Doncic on your roster, it's win now time. JJ Redick, a guy who is careful and thoughtful with every single word he says publicly, basically laid the whole problem out in plain English. He said, one of these guys has scored more points than anyone in NBA history over 23 years. His natural instinct is to have the ball. And the other guy has 5 first-team All-NBAs. His natural instinct is the same thing. 2 players, 1 basketball. And neither one of them is built to play off the other. That's just the reality of this roster. Realistically, there's only one path forward. LeBron's contract comes off the books, the front office gets a real offseason with cap space and roster clarity, and they build this thing the right way from the ground up. Luka and Reeves as the foundation, add a 3-and-D wing who can guard multiple positions and knock down open threes. Bring in a starting center who protects the rim, sets real screens, and doesn't need to be featured offensively. The 5-man lineup that's been working, Luka, Reeves, Smart, Hachimura, and Ayton, is not far off. The question is whether the front office has the clarity and the courage to build a full roster around that identity. The good news? The market for the type of player the Lakers need is not dry. Switchable wings who defend and space the floor are out there, and the Lakers' pitch to those players in 26-27 is genuinely strong. You're not asking someone to sacrifice their game for an aging superstar and figure out where they fit. You're asking them to come play next to Luka Doncic, one of the 5 best players on the planet in his absolute prime, with a backcourt partner in Reeves who makes the entire offense breathe. My bet, the Lakers make Peyton Watson a big offer, and considering LA is home, it's going to be very hard for him to say no. And the timeline here matters. Luka will be 27 years old when the 26-27 season tips off. The prime window is right here. 5 first-team All-NBAs before the age of 27. If the Lakers put the right roster around him this offseason, we could be talking about a genuine multi-year contender in the Western Conference. Now, I already know what some of you are thinking. Okay, but what about this postseason? The Lakers are 3rd in the West right now. Do they have a real run in them? Probably not. This current roster doesn't have what it takes to go toe-to-toe with OKC and the Spurs. A second-round exit might honestly be the ceiling. But no matter what happens, the rest of this regular season and postseason is going to be revealing. If the Lakers go on a real run with Luka and Reeves leading the charge and LeBron in a reduced role, the front office gets the clearest possible signal about what this team's identity should be. And if LeBron comes back healthy and those same fit problems start showing up again against elite defenses, that's a signal too. Either way, the regular season data has already been telling the story. The Lakers have something real. A 26-year-old Slovenian who makes this game look completely effortless, paired with a kid from Arkansas who had to earn every single thing he's ever gotten in this league. That's the future. And the sooner this front office gets fully honest about that, the sooner this team stops being a franchise people find interesting and starts being one they're genuinely afraid to play. Here's where I'll leave you. Most of the conversation around LeBron and the Lakers this season has been about legacy. Can he still do it at 41? What does this run mean for his career? Where does he rank all time when it's finally over? And look, those are fine conversations. LeBron's legacy is one of the greatest ongoing sports stories of the last 2 decades. But right now, Those are the wrong conversations for this franchise. The right conversation is Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. They are a real backcourt, not a circumstantial one, not a product of an injury, a genuine sustainable pairing with elite offensive production that can anchor a defensive structure when the right personnel surrounds them. The Lakers just need to be fully honest about what they're building and make the decisions that give those two the best possible shot at something real. They've already made it painfully obvious. Now it's time to actually act on it. What do you think this Lakers team ceiling is this season? And who should they chase in the offseason? Drop it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hype up the video, and check out one of these videos on your screen right now.